Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Khushi Sangvi, and in today's video I'm going to show you guys a makeup routine that I followed for my brother's wedding. And it's not a very heavy duty, heavy coverage makeup. It's very simple. I will be using skin tints and things which are very lighter on the skin. Since it's summers, it's very humid, you cannot think of going full coverage any day. So yeah, so very first thing that we are starting off with is this cordial toner. It's a very refreshing toner. It does not hydrate that much, it just helps you to close your pores. So basically when you're doing your summer makeup, you don't really want that much of hydration, because you will end up getting very sweaty. So all you do is just a toner, and then I really skipped my moisturizer, because then your skin becomes too oily. Even on dry skin, I have a very dry skin, since even though I skipped my moisturizer, because it really does makes your makeup look very oily and very greasy after a point of time, because I also sweat a lot at the same time. So yeah, this will help you close your pores. Then, as I said, I will be skipping my moisturizer. I am directly going in with the sunscreen. This one is from Dr. Shades. It's Haldi Hyaluronic Acid sunscreen. It's one of the best sunscreen. It does not leave any sort of white cast, so you can easily use under makeup. So make sure if you are using any sort of makeup, you don't want your sunscreen to be giving you any sort of white cast. So yeah, this is the one that I know works really well under the makeup. You also go near your eyes, and I feel this much sort of hydration can really do the job, especially for the summers. So yeah, now you can see it's a good amount of hydration to start with makeup. Now for especially summer makeups, I am not a fan of primers, but primer is something really gives you a good grip. So I am using the Professional Benefit Primer, a very small quantity of it, so it will help you, hold your makeup and everything in place. Even though we are not going to put a lot of base product on our face, we'll majorly focus on eyes and lips more than the face. I'm using Dot & Key sunscreen, and I'm in shade 03 Sand. So for the people who don't want the step of foundation, don't want to build up too much makeup, they can go with this. So I really don't want to go in with the foundation, so I just will be using this sunscreen. So it's double the protection and it does the job as well. So it sort of gives you a good amount of freshness to your face. And again, I'll take some on my finger and just put it over here and let it sit. Okay, since it's summers, I'm again saying a lot of product does not work. At the end it is gonna budge, so which you definitely don't want. So you just try to eliminate products as much as you can, especially for the base products. So how you can also eliminate two sunscreens is, if you are just using this, use your toner and directly go in with this. But if you don't have a tinted sunscreen, what you can do is take any shade of concealer that you have which suits you, and then add it with this one, and you can use it as a foundation. So you don't need to do an extra step of foundation. So आपने sunscreen भी लगा लिया और आपने concealer मतलब foundation भी लगा लिया, so everything at once is done. And I will be taking this particular concealer from L'Oreal. It's in shade 16, I guess. Yeah, they don't have much shade, I guess. So you just put a dot. I'm not putting anywhere else. If you still wish to put more sort of coverage on your face, you can just put wherever you feel there is pimple or there is blackness or something like that. But I do have pimple right now over here, but I'm totally okay with that. I don't mind it. I'll be using my fingers to blend if you have a lot of darkness around your eyes or mouth, you have to go with the corrector if you want full coverage, and if you are fine with little dark circles peeking through, you can directly go in with your shade of concealer, or you can also go with the darker shade of concealer and then your shade of concealer. Also use your hands, but I feel more comfortable. Sorry, you can also use brush, but I feel more comfortable with my hands. I feel they blend it very seamlessly. Okay, now to give a final touch, I'll just use a beauty blender and just pat it in. Now I'm not, if you notice, I have not covered this part with the concealer because I will be going in with the brown smoky eye. So yeah, even if you don't cover your upper lid and you have little brownness over there, pigmentation, so it's fine. Okay, so yeah, jo bacha kucha hai, you can just put it wherever you feel like, and that will be done. Okay, then on, I'm using this NARS blush. I don't generally prefer using a contour or bronzer when I'm doing it myself, like if I'm going to some wedding or so. So I just, but I personally really like dark shades. This one is in shade Unstable, and you take the end part of it and you can just nicely blend it in. Personally like to take my blush till here, like in a W way. So you can just place your blush however you like it according to your preference, and make sure you don't forget to blend this middle portion, like where your blush ends and your concealer starts, and even where your concealer ends and your bronzer or whatever the foundation that you have applied starts. Okay, and a little bit whatever is left on the nose. Then on, I'm taking this powder from Laura Mercier, and it's a translucent powder. It does not have any sort of color, so you really have to bake your face, put good amount of powder since it's summers. So yeah, nicely use your powder very nicely. You can also bake your face. Like, baking is like you just take a good amount of it and you just place it here and you let it sit till the time you do your eyes, brows and everything. I don't personally like the baking method, so I just sort of set my face with powder because it gives, I don't know, it gives too much of powdery effect after a point of time, which have chances of caking up, which I don't like. So yeah, just little bit here and there randomly. Also, don't forget your forehead, and try not to put too much products on the forehead, especially your concealer and all of that, because what happens is your forehead is, usually foreheads are more sweaty, so वहाँ पे स्किन फटने का चांसेस सबसे ज़्यादा होता है. सो अगर आपका स्किन फटेगा तो आपका फाउंडेशन, कंसीलर जो भी लगाया है, it will look very patchy and weird, and then you won't be able to control that. So before doing your under eyes, powdering your under eyes, you make sure there are no creases. Take a beauty blender, swirl it on your hand, and then just give it a good coat. Then I will be using this Empowered palette from Huda Beauty. So you take any of the fluffier brush. This one is from PAC, and I'll just take a very lighter shade of it, something sort of rustic, and I just dust it off, and you just go on the crease. Now the eyeshadow that I'll be particularly doing, you don't need to be precise or anything. You can just randomly just go over, but make sure that you don't have any sort of patch where you place the product. So what you do is, you do this, and even if you feel your brush is not giving good amount of blending, you can just do this and then you go here. So एक बार आपने already brush से blend कर लिया तो वो direct strokes नहीं लगेगा. Whatever you put it on your eyelid, will be blended nicely. Okay, same on the. Once I've done that, I'll be going in with this kajal from Rene. It's a very dark kajal, intense kajal, so it works really. If you're doing such kajal looks, matte looks, you really want your kajal to be intense, and this is one of the best. It's smudge proof, it does not budge no matter what, and make sure you go even inside. You can also create an inner wing if you want. Now on, after I've done my kajal, it's pretty intense, so I will be going in with a shade which I have used on the upper lid, which is this one. So I'll take this and just put it on this, so it does not smudge, and also it gives you a very good smoky sort of a effect. Sure you use the burgundy color in the inner corners as well to sort of give it a complete look. And using the same palette, I will be doing my brows. There is the gray shade over here, so I just take it and just fill in wherever I feel the gap. So this is the hack that I do. Okay, if you don't know how to fill your brows, you take a brow product here, tap the excess off, and then just go like this. Okay, so wherever there will be little space also, it will be filled by itself, but make sure the color is not black or anything. It's gray, it's very light, it has to be very soft, that even if you do this, it does not go dark. So yeah, same here I will be doing. I'll take a spoolie and you just comb your brows nicely. Then on, I will be curling my lash. This one is from Color Bar, and make sure you curl from the roots, and then you have to curl it twice. So the first one, that curl that goes is from the roots, and then the second curl that you take will be from the mid length. So it looks like without mascara only it looks so lifted. Like, can you see the difference? So you go from the roots first and then you take it on the length. And yeah, then I'm using this mascara from MAC. Make sure you put mascara on each of the strands, so when you open your eyes it looks really fuller, you don't need any lashes. And then of course don't forget your lower lashes, it makes a difference. So then on, I will be going with my favorite step, blush. I always try and keep this step one of the last, because at least my blush tends to, I don't know, fade away somewhere. So yeah, it's always the last step. I love this blush, but I don't know, for some reason it has a lot of fallouts, but still I just love the shade on me. This one I guess is a Candy Cloud. No, yeah, Candy Cloud is the shade name of the blush, and I'll just go in. It's sort of a coolish blush. Cool blush. The thing is that you need to be very careful, because it does not suit all skin tones. So make sure you use it only if it suits your skin tone. Then on, I'm using this Shopperel palette, and I'm using sort of a peachish tone, and I won't be doing any sort of liner today, lip liner, just all over my lips. I'm done with a muted tone. Then I'll take any sort of pink and just go in with that. So it's a mix of 2-3 shades. And then I also added little touch of red in it. Done with the lipstick, I'm done with the blush, last setting. If you want more blush, you can add according to your personal preference. Little bit of setting spray. This one is from Tir. It's quite affordable. The first one I did was the Tir one, and then I go in with this L'Oreal Infallible setting spray. This feels like a hairspray, but it does the job really nicely. Just setting this spray. I don't personally like using highlighters because in summers especially. In winters you can really play around makeup and your base and everything, but with summers it gets little tricky, so you really need to make your choices nicely, that what you are using and how you are using and in what quantity that you are using, because sometimes it can really budge your makeup. So do test and try before going into any wedding makeup that you will be doing. So yeah, this is how the makeup has turned out. Don't forget to follow all these rules that I have mentioned and try using less and less products so you can make it long lasting, and keep using your setting spray again and again to make it look more fresh and dewy. So if you like this video, don't forget to like, share and subscribe.